Alright, yeah, welcome to Gwent. So this is either the first or second video I'm putting out on this content since I stopped playing it anyway. We're going to be doing a keg opening today. As you may notice in the top right hand corner, I've got 40 kegs waiting in their wings, and I thought, what better than to open them on a recording for you guys. So, for those who don't know the way that kegs work, you essentially get 5 cards per keg. 4 of them are picked randomly from the game, and then the final one you get to personally choose from a selection of 3 that the game gives you. So most of them can usually be the rarer cards in the pack, but there are of course chances of getting some decent stuff in the first 4 that you get. Mostly I'm going to just look at the final 3. I'm going to kind of briefly touch upon the first 4, if they are relevant or if they're premium, something like that. Premium essentially means that they've got animated art, which makes them look cool. So, without further ado, let's get into that. Do I want to open a keg now? Absolutely. So, this is the first keg. Here we go. It's got 2 Scoia'tael cards, Blue Mountain Commando, and a Vrihid Sappers, monsters. Got a Wyvern, and an Alchemist for Nilfgaard. And then the final card. Ooh, let's see. I'm not sure. I'm going to pick probably one of these anyway, because I don't have any of them. Play this unit from your deck. Okay. What's Orders? Orders is trigger this ability when your leader card is played, but before the ability resolves. Okay, so if you did play any of your leader abilities, then all of the Imperial Golems come out of your deck onto the battlefield, which is pretty sweet. And then we've also got a Necker as well. Whenever an ally consumes a card, while this unit is in your hand, deck, or on your side of the board, boosts itself by 1. And then when it dies, you get another Necker from your deck that I assume has been doing the same thing. I'm going to go with Neckers. I think I want to maybe make a monsters deck at some point in the future. Let's move on to the next keg. That was a meh kind of deck keg, that one. We've got neutral ones, so these go in any deck whatsoever. Swallow Potion and a Gwent sign. Then we've got Plantorok Shieldsmith, not too bad I suppose, and a Trident Infantryman. And our special card, we've got a spot, a Reinforced Siege Tower. Don't have one of these yet. So when you deploy it onto the battlefield, you add 2 armor to units adjacent to it. Armor is essentially like points, but it doesn't add to your point total. And Fresh Crew, if you've got crewmen, then you get to boost itself by 3. Or the Dol Blathana Protector. Whenever you play a special card, boost this unit by 1 while in your hand, deck, or on your side of the board. I think I'll go with the Reinforced Siege Tower. I'm not very up on the meta, I should note, so if I do jump past a card that I'm not familiar with, then there might be a good chance that I pick something that's really good in the meta over something that isn't. So, let's go on to the next keg. Should be noted as well that there are bronze, silver, and gold cards. So, the outline is essentially bronze. And you get some silvers if we see one of them. We've actually not been lucky enough to see any silvers just yet, but you can only have 1 silver and 1 gold in your entire deck. So if we have more than, if we already have a silver or a gold, we won't be grabbing it. So Nilfgaardian Knight gains 2 armor and then reveals a random card from your hand. So that's good in a reveal kind of strategy for Nilfgaard, not too bad. And Arachasai for kind of swarms. Impenetrable Fog I've probably got far too many of. Okay. Maybe the Blue Stripes Commando here, since we've already got 2 of them. And we can craft cards, so I'd rather get something that we don't have, and then when I come to deck build and go, ooh, that's kind of nice, then maybe I want to get all 3 copies. And this one comes in a kind of trio, which actually benefits from all copies being on the battlefield. So I'm going to get a Blue Stripes Commando. Might want one of them later down the line. Let's go again. 2 Nilfgaards, another Nilfgaardian Knight, and an Albus Spearman. Gives this unit a shield which protects it from the first attack. And Arakas and Blue Mountain Commando are rare or special card. Well, we don't need any more Priestess of Freya, so it's either the Reinforced Ballista, which I've seen quite a lot, or it's Mardrome. I think we'll just go with the Reinforced Ballista. Damages an enemy by 2 and ignores armor, so armor that we mentioned before that doesn't add to the points total, but it's kind of like the point value of a card. it ignores that completely. And it has fresh crew as well. I've seen this a lot in the games that I've seen being played, so I know that this can do quite a lot of work in the right deck, so we'll take it. Ooh, 3 monster cards. Wild Hunt Rider. I do actually need some Wild Hunt Riders. Ghouls to consume graveyard stuff, and we already have a chort that comes with the first thing. And Vrihid Dragoon. For every turn at the start of your turn, boost a random loyal unit in your hand by 1. Interesting. Doesn't seem overly powerful, but maybe in the right setup. Okay, so you're pretty good. I've seen you around. You are very good in Nilfgaard decks. You're almost an auto-include. Whether or not 3 is necessary is another question, but we don't have any Clan Brokvar Hunters. Is there a good reason for that? Can go on any row, as indicated by this, and whenever a unit adjacent to this is damaged, strengthen it by 1. And when you deploy, you damage a unit by 3. That actually kind of goes well in the deck that I'll be playing for the first Gwent video, so I'll take that actually. We'll probably definitely be past a few more of those commons anyway, because they are all bronze. Still haven't hit a silver or a gold yet. I expect to see one in the time to come. The packs that I've been earning from ore have had loads and loads of premiums in them, so I've maybe run my luck out. Rot Toss is awesome, but I think we might already have 3 of them. Reaver Hunter, also quite good. Elbow Spearman, that would be our second. There you go. We got a choice of golds. Now then, I'm not sure which one we want to go with. We have none of them, so either one's good. Keris is good in a kind of resurrection deck filled with Queensguard and stuff like that. I've seen that one running around a fair bit. And Gaunter Odim. Guess whether a random bronze or silver unit from your opponent's deck is higher or lower than 5. If you successfully choose that, you get to play any card from your deck, shuffle the others back. If you fail, your opponent draws the top bronze or silver card from the deck. If they tie, both players draw the top silver or bronze from their deck. That seems quite a risky strategy. We've got a Glaze as well, who's got 10 power. Deploy, so when she enters the battlefield when you use her, you may resurrect a special card from your opponent's graveyard. If you do, weaken it by 4. Okay, so it goes down to a 6 if you use a special card from your opponent's graveyard. Kind of like that strategy. I might play around with that. Let's go with that. Open the next keg. Most of the decks that I'll be building for the time being are going to be casual anyway, so I don't feel too bad about maybe missing on a better card in the format at the moment. Alright, nothing special there. And back to bronzes again. The Brigade to clear weather from a row on your side and move a unit. So that's a movement-based deck for Scoia'tael. And then there's a revealed-based deck. I do want to play around with reveal for Nilfgaard, but I don't actually have the correct leader for it at the moment, so I'm going to shy away from that. Every turn, at the start of your turn, boost self by 1 if fog is anywhere on the board. I did have a very good monster weather deck before they changed it all up. Maybe I can mess around with that. I don't know. I think clearing weather, though, seems a lot more useful to me right now. We'll take that. Most of these will come back anyway, because a lot of them seem quite common. 33 kegs to go. Plenty of opportunities for some super cards. Still no premiums in there. Okay, nothing too spectacular either. And we get some interesting options. So, the Novice deploys, triggers the ability of a spying enemy, which is an enemy you play on your opponent's side, essentially. The spying enemy, ambassador, or emissary. Okay. So you get to re-trigger cards, essentially. And then this one's a discard strategy as well. It's got Veteran 1, which means it gets a boost for every single round the game's gone on for. And whenever this unit is discarded, resurrect it immediately. I kind of like that. I've got, oh, what's his name? I've got the gold that actually draws and discards too, so he could be quite useful in that kind of casual deck. Alright. Next keg. Monsters and Nilfgaard. We're getting a lot of monster cards. And a few redraws, essentially. If you go over 3, which is the max you can have for a certain card, we can actually mill them for scraps, which will allow us to craft cards. So, even though we're seeing a lot of cards over and over again, we can actually just mill them for still a little bit of value, and that allows me to pick a card that I really want. So, Lacerate is alright. It used to be pretty awesome back in the day. Dolblathana Trapper deploys a fireball trap on an opposing row, which I think deals 2 or 3 damage to everything on that row after a certain amount of time. And a Necker Warrior. Choose a bronze ally, create 2 base copies of it on the bottom of your deck. I like that idea. You can essentially make 2 copies of Arrakis, play Arrakis, and you've got 5 coming out. There's that kind of synergy. So although I don't know the meta, I do kind of know the synergies with Gwent at the moment. Berserker Marauder, first we're seeing of him. Reaver Hunters come really good in triples. Wow! Mulligan's a card. It's also a strategy in Scoia'tael. And we could take the last Hound. I don't think we want 3 of those. I think we'll just take the Reinforced Ballista. We've seen it before. Epidemics, first time we're seeing it, destroys all of the lowest units. So whatever's got the least strength or power, whatever you want to call it, on the field gets destroyed, and any ties also destroy them as well. We'll take the Ballista though. Next keg. Come on. Gotta get better than this. I want some golds. Trebuchet. Mangonel. Griffin. And a Thunderbolt Potion. Okay, so there's a reveal strategy for Nilfgaard there. And also crew strategies for the Northern Realms. There we go, we've got ourselves a silver. Question is, do we take the Water Hag with animations? I think we absolutely do, to be honest. Let's have a look at the others though, because they might be awesome nonetheless. We've got Brayen, who when you deploy it, damages an enemy by this unit's power. So if we boost it in our hand, we can deal more, but on its base, it deals 5 going in. Okay, so that's not too bad. And Pavetta deploys if neither player has passed. Shuffle the lowest ally in your deck, into your deck, sorry, and then shuffle the lowest enemy into your opponent's deck. Does not affect Pavetta. I think we're just going to go with the Water Hag, who spawns Torrential Rain, Clear Skies, or Lacerate, because there's a lot of variants in that we can just work alongside. Plus, it's premium, so it's animated, and I don't know when if we're ever going to see another one of those. They're worth a fair bit more than the originals, let's say that much. Wild Hunt Rider, different art as well. Fire Scorpion.
Movie card.
Yes, a movie card. Berserker Marauder, sweet.
Nice.
And an Albus Spearman. I'm guessing we're not going to get anything good on the opposite end.
Now for more.
Yeah, we get some more bronzes. So Savage Bear is awesome right now. Apparently it is obnoxious in ranked at the moment because it deals 1 damage to each enemy that appears, which kills a fair few things. But in the deck that I've got right now, 2 is perfectly satisfactory, so I'm going to pick one of the others over that, and I don't really want Mardrome. So, Adet Zutza Adept, deploy. When it enters the battlefield, essentially, play a random bronze weather card from your deck. So we can actually just make sure that there is a very specific bronze weather card there, if we ever go down that route. Open next keg. 28 to go. Dwarven Skirmisher. Ooh, who are you? I've never seen you before, actually. When you deploy it, look at the top card in your deck. If it's bronze, this gets 2 armor. If it's silver, it gets boosted by 1. And if it's gold, it becomes a silver card. Interesting. I'm not sure what the value is in making it silver, to be honest, but I'm sure there's something there to be done. Alright, nothing special there, and we've got ourselves some golds. I don't need Geralt, because I actually have the premium one for taking part in the closed beta, so we're actually going to go with Madman Lugos, because we also have Imlerith, who, when deployed, damages an enemy by 4, and if the enemy is under Frost, which is a weather effect in Gwent, then he gets damaged by 8 instead. It's pretty good removal if it's in the right deck. But Madman Lugos, when you deploy, you discard a bronze unit from your deck and damage a unit by the discarded unit's base power. So we can actually use that to drop maybe Queen's Guard or something like that into our graveyard, resurrect them, and then mad stuff happens. We're taking him though. Next keg. Going well so far.
Wow.
Well, no premiums. Nothing special there. And nothing special here either. I think I'll take another Necker actually, because these seem to do well in numbers, which is okay. And Stammelford Tremors seems to be good as a one-off, so I'm not too bothered about getting an extra one of them, short of it just turning up in one of the 4 later down the line. And same goes with the Brigade. Not looking to do Scoia'tael too soon. We'll take a Necker. Alright. Okay.
Nice.
No premiums. Nothing too special here whatsoever.
Now for more.
Follow up though is silver cards, so we can get Roach. Roach is really good. Whenever you play a gold unit from your hand, Roach comes onto the row from your deck. On a random row, sorry. So he's pretty good. If you throw down a Geralt, for example, Roach is going to come out. So that's essentially a 14-point play, that kind of thing. Minus, of course, Geralt's ability. Ida Emian. Spawn Impenetrable Fog, Clear Skies, or a Quen sign. Okay, and then we've got Dengefret. I don't know what he's called. When he's deployed, he damages 3 allies by 1 and strengthens himself by 1 for each. So strengthen is kind of like adding to this without being able to take it away from, with your opponent being able to take it away. So it'll go into your graveyard with that strength. You seem a little bit more playable. I think I'm taking Roach though. I think Roach just goes into far too many decks. He's also a universal card, so he'll go into literally any deck from any archetype. If he's relevant, I'll probably end up playing him. Alright. Necker Warrior. Probably completed Arrakis at this point. And Dol Blathana Marksman. Every time this unit is moved, damage a random enemy by 2. And deploy, damaging an enemy by 2. So you get to repeat its ability when you manage to move it. There's a lot of cards in Scoia'tael that move cards around, which is interesting. I like it. And we've got ourselves a premium silver, all geared. At the start of rounds 2 and 3, if this unit is in your graveyard, resurrect it and weaken it by 2. So it comes out as a 7 on round 1. Round 2, of course, if it's went onto the field at the beginning anyway, this applies. Round 2, it'll come back weakened by 2, so it'll come back as a 5 and then as a 3. So it's value later down the line all the time. I'm taking it because it's premium, because I don't really know. Odrin. To be honest, every turn at the start of your turn, move this unit to a random row and boost all units on it by 1. That is really good. But all geared with premium. And we've got Serit for Nilfgaard. When it's deployed, you set the power of a revealed unit in your opponent's hand to 1. Ooh, that is awesome. We're going with all geared though. I think it's a given. Getting all the premiums today. Right, open a new keg. Da-da-da-da. Ooh. Well, we've got some universal cards.
Nice.
These will go into absolutely any deck. Pretty sure we've got a full play set of them, except for Lacerate. We knew we only had one of those.
Goody.
And an Elven War Dancer. Whenever you mulligan this unit, play it from your deck immediately. Ooh.
Now
Alright.
for more.
And more silvers. Ah. Treason. Play the bottom card of your opponent's deck. Interesting. So if your opponent essentially mulliganed, which I think it goes on the bottom and not shuffled in, I could be wrong about that, but then you could play it. Who knows? Either way, it's kind of, unless you know what the card is, you're not going to get guaranteed value off of it. We've got the Crone though, the Weave S, which allows you to get the Brew S and the Wispus from your deck. I do like that strategy, and then Pavetta's come back as well. I think I'll take the Weave S. I like this archetype. Being able to thin out your deck and make sure that you get in the correct draws later down the line seems really good value. Alright. nothing too special here. We've finished off the Reaver Hunters almost definitely now. And our final card, nothing premium. There is an Emissary though. Emissaries are really good. I think I'll take the Emissary over the Wild Hunt Navigator, which when deployed allows you to choose a different bronze Wild Hunt ally on the field and play a copy of it from your deck. So that could be a Wild Hunt Warrior. It could be the Icy Wolf things. Can't remember their name. But we're going with the Emissary anyway. It's got a lot of value. When you deploy it, look at the top 2 bronze units in your deck and you get to play one in its place. So you can actually grab bronze units that kill spies, for example, and get boosted from them, which essentially combos really nicely with Emissary. And we got all 3, so we never need to grab another one ever again. Unless it's a premium one, which I may decide to pick up. We'll see.
Nice.
No premiums, no particularly special cards there, but we've got movement for Drowners in monsters, which is interesting. And we're back to bronzes again. Still going to hold off on the spotter until I get the leader. Dunbanner Light Cavalry. If at the start of your turn you have not passed and you are losing the round by more than 20 power, play this unit from your deck. Interesting. The Ancient Foglet though, we've already got one. I think we might want 2 if we ever play this card, so I'll grab it. Although the Cavalry did look quite interesting nonetheless. Alright. Nothing particularly special. There is more reveal tech for Nilfgaard and plenty of dwarves. Ballista's nice as well. I think that's our 3rd, maybe even our 3rd trebuchet. Final card. Oh. Premium Medic. We're taking Premium Medic. Over the Shield Maiden with Veteran 1, so she gets boosted for every single round the game's gone on for. And when you deploy her, damage a unit by 2. If it was already damaged, play a Shield Maiden from your deck. I actually have all 3, but this is an alternative art version of it, which it's kind of annoying that it doesn't tell you that, but at the same time, we do technically not own any of these, so I'm not picking that one anyway. And the Ekimara, when you deploy it, gains Resilience, which essentially means it sticks around until the next round as well. And when you deploy it, you consume an ally, so you kill one of your own units and strengthen it by its power. We're going to go with the Medic Premium, though. Absolutely. Okay, down to 20 kegs. We're halfway through.
Wow.
Take it or leave it. Could do with better, but there you go. And Overdose. Remove 3 armor from 3 adjacent units and damage them by 3. Okay, if armor ever became stupidly overpowered, I imagine that'll see some play. But there's also the Hawker support to boost a unit in your hand by 3. That seems reasonable. And the Heavy Cavalry removes armor from 2 units and boosts itself by the amount of armor removed. Very conditional. Doesn't really do anything outside of a Northern Realms mirror, really, though. Go with the Hawker support. Alright, next keg. More Wild Hunt Riders. And nothing particularly special there. Hey, we've got some more golds. Oh, they're all good. Ragnarug applies Ragnarug to all rows on your opponent's side. Ragnarug says every single turn at the start of your turn, damage one of the highest units on the row by 2. It just happens every single time on all 3 rows. That is stupidly good value. It does go into every deck as well. So I'm going to have to seriously consider that one. For Scoia'tael, we've got Saskia. She's got Orders. Orders means that when you trigger your leader ability, you get to play this unit from your deck on a random row. Okay, so you use your leader ability, she pops out, so you want to mulligan her away all the time, because you will eventually use your leader's ability. And then the Bloody Baron. If this unit is in your deck at the end of the round, place it on top. Whenever an enemy is destroyed during a round while this unit is in your deck, boost it by 1. So this is really good in control strategies, where you can kill loads and loads of units, something like a Ragnarug, if it was lowest. more specifically, would be quite useful. But if you use loads of weather to damage lots of your enemies' units, then this gets boosted. And whenever you draw it, essentially, you just mulligan it away. I really do want to take that, but I think Ragnarok's just the better play here, as it's more useful in every single stack strategy. Let's go with it. Next keg. We have no premiums. I think this is the first time we're seeing the Arbalest. When you deploy it, damage an enemy by 3, and if it was when it was boosted, if you hit it, you damage it by 5 instead. So boosted is essentially like adding to its power, but not adding to its base power, if that makes sense for those who are not Gwent familiar. It's kind of useful, I guess.
Now for more.
And we're back on this selection. We've seen this one quite a few times. If I got this Shield Maiden, I'd probably end up milling one of the other ones. And I don't see us using more than one Madrom, and I don't really know if Ancient Foglet's really going to be too powerful. It's probably better than the one we know we've got 3 of, and this Madrom, which essentially, for those who don't know, it raises or lowers the base power of a unit. She's really good in resurrection strategies, but it's kind of like a sideboard card for that kind of thing. I guess just take it up to 2. Same as the Ancient Foglet. Alright. You never know. They might mess around with the archetypes, and that might be useful again. Ooh, nothing special there. And all bronzes, unfortunately, and not premium at all. So, Blue Stripes Commando. We do need 3 of before they're useful. But we've also got a Brigade Sappers, which has Ambush, so you play it face down, and you only turn it over when a specific condition is met. So after 2 turns, at the start of your turn, turn this unit over. Okay, so that doesn't really do too much unless you've got some sort of backup card that benefits from ambush cards being revealed. Because it's essentially just a 7 strength unit with no strength until 2 turns later. We'll go with the Blue Stripes Commando. I'm not entirely sure about Scoitel's ambush mechanics, so I can't tell whether or not that is a decent card, unfortunately. Dragoon.
Goody.
Okay, another Wild Hunt Rider, and probably enough Foglets to
Now for more.
not need any more. Well, I don't want any more Ancient Foglets, they've been turning up far too much, so we'll take an Eretzutza Adept. Bit of a whiff on that one. 15 kegs left to go. Scoia'tael, nothing there. Nilfgaard, Northern Realms. First time we're seeing you. Kaidweni Siege Platform. When you deploy it, return a machine ally to your hand and immediately play it again. So you essentially get to turn one of your damaged units into an additional thing. But it also has crewmen, so if you have something with fresh crew ability next to it as well, that triggers again. That's pretty good actually in a crew focused deck.
More.
And Temerian Infantryman, first time we're seeing this. Play all Temerian Infantrymen from your deck. We've got the Imperial Golem for Nilfgaard. Play this unit from your deck whenever you use your leader ability. There is ways to trigger this multiple times as well, but they'll all be out of your deck the first time you use them, really. And the Vanguard, whenever you mulligan a card, boosts itself by 1 while in your hand, deck, or on your side of the battlefield. We do have the leader for mulligans, so I might actually take that. See if we can make a mulligan deck later down the line. Seems like a fun strategy. And fun is key as far as I'm concerned. Imperial Brigade, so this is the one that goes really nice with the Emissary, so whenever you play a spying unit including golds, it gets boosted, and then when you deploy it as well, essentially when you use it, it gets boosted for each spying enemy included golds as well, so there's a nice synergy with our emissaries for Nilfgaard there.
Now for more.
And we're on bronzes again. Shackles is a really good meta card, so it allows us to turn golds into silvers, and then it allows us to lock them as well, which means they don't do anything. So, for example, if we did a lock on the Albert Pikeman, after 2 turns, at the start of your turn, you get to play them all from your row. If we'd locked it before that happened, it would do nothing anymore. So, it is useful. We do already have 1. I'm not sure on this one, actually. We'll take the Albert Pikeman. I kind of really want to make a Nilfgaard deck, so I might favour a few cards here and there for that. 13 kegs. And no premiums. We've got the 3rd Savage Bear. I think we've got maybe 2 or 3 officers now, and we've definitely got more than enough of you. More than enough of you.
More.
Oh, Epidemic, or the Clan Demon Pirate Captain. So veteran, so it gets boosted for each round. And whenever you discard a unit, boost itself by 1 while in your hand, deck, or on your side of the board. So wherever it is, as long as it's not in the graveyard, it's getting a boost. I like it. I like this discard strategy. Next keg. And we are lacking premiums, lacking particularly special cards here. It's nothing we haven't seen before. And we get another Imperial Brigade. I think we have to take that. We don't have any infantrymen, although we've had the opportunity to get all 3 during this keg opening. I might just craft them later down the line, to be honest, but we'll go with the brigade that works perfectly fine by itself. Alright. Let's see.
Wow.
First time seeing a Hawker Smuggler. Whenever a unit appears on your opponent's side, it gets boosted by 1. Interesting. So if they're going wide strategies, like the Arrakis and stuff like that, then it'd get boosted for each one. Wouldn't be able to outboost them, but still. And I don't know if we've seen the Sergeant. Deploy. So when you use it, boost it by 1. Boost by 1 this unit and all loyal units with the same power in your hand. Deck or on your side of the board, and it's got crewmen. Ooh. Interesting.
More.
That seems like an interesting workaround. Blue Stripes Commando. It's alternative art. That will be the 3rd one. Tempting. Tempting. And Elven Mercenary, first time seeing you. It's a spying unit, so it goes on our opponent's side. If this unit is spying, move it to your side when you play an ambush unit. And when you deploy it, draw the top 2 bronze special cards in your deck, play 1, and shuffle the other back. Interesting. So this works with the ambush strategy to bring spies back to our side and make them useful to add to our power. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm sure Blue Stripes Commandos will come by yet again, and we've got the scraps in order to craft one ourselves, and I imagine we're going to be milling a crap ton as well after all of this.
Goody.
Especially seeing all of these. We've definitely got all of them.
Now
So that's a bit of a
more.
dud. And so is what we're getting off of it as well. Let's start getting the Temerian infantrymen. Next keg. All monsters.
Nice.
Got plenty of Archgriffins, got plenty of Griffins. Definitely got enough Wild Hunt Riders, although I'm not sure they are specific to the Wild Hunt Riders. I'm not sure whether we've got all 3 of them. And the Infantrymen as well. We've got enough of you, and you're not overly special. More of Discard. And there's our 3rd Blue Stripes Commando for the same art. Kind of want the Raider, though. We've got quite a lot for our discard strategy for Skellige. Not sure. I'm not sure at all. I'll tell you what, we'll go with the Blue Stripes Commando. If we want a 3rd one of those Skellige cards, we can craft them. It's been a while since we've seen a premium. We're seeing a lot of the same cards at the moment, actually. Ooh, Harpy. Now I do like the look of this card. And we've got a Temerian Infantryman with alternative art as well. But I really want the Harpy. Oh dear. Now let's take the alternative art for the infantryman. Get to spice out our deck with lovely art.
Nice.
Okay, nothing to see there.
Oh.
Queen's Guard. I think I definitely want to grab one of you. You're really good with discard strategies because you get to resurrect them all whenever you deploy one of them. So yeah, I think we'll go with the Queen's Guard. Okay, next keg. No premium. Hawker Healer, first time seeing you, I believe. When we deploy, boost 2 units to the right of this unit by 3. Interesting. That's about it, really.
Now for more.
Priestess of Freya, we've got all 3. I don't see the need of getting any more Stamford Tremors, so we'll get another Brigade, which is the clear weather one, that also moves units. Good in a movement deck. Good in Scoia'tael in general, really, for the clear weather bonus there. There's a harpy. That one spawns harpy eggs, which essentially is 2 1 strength units that when they die they make 3 strength harpies. So that other harpy activates all of the death wish on them, which immediately cracks them, which is an interesting strategy to get all of the points out there. But when those harpy eggs actually get destroyed at the end of a round, you'll get the harpies for the next round, which is a lot of value. Really missed on another gold there. Whenever you mulligan a card, yeah, I think we want that one. Retaliation, I think this is whenever it's damaged. Yes, damaged but not sent to the graveyard. You get to transform it into a raging bear. Not entirely sure what strength that is, and I can't choose from here, unfortunately. So we're going to go with our mulligan strategy for the future. Next card, down to 4 kegs now. Almost to the end. There you go, that's the one that synergizes with your emissaries. Whenever you deploy it, you damage a spying enemy by 5, and if it was destroyed, then you strengthen this by 4. So you use a spying unit to get this guy, strengthen yours by killing theirs, which takes away the power that you've just given them. So this is kind of like a free card in a way. It's pretty sweet. And we got another one of those harpies. I'm really looking forward to playing around with that strategy.
Now for more.
And Blue Stripes Commandos. We've got 3 of 1 art. I think I'll take the Queen's Guard. Damaritan's Shackles is useful, but I can just get more, really. I want damn Queen's Guard. Next keg. Damaritan Bomb. Okay. Resets units. So if your opponent's gone an all-in strategy with boost, you can reset it back to its old version. And if they're gold, they get demoted as well. Interesting. And I think that's the first time we're seeing that, but I think you start with one as your starter pack, so we'll probably have about 2 of them now. Blood-curdling Raw is pretty sweet. And Blue Stripes Commando and these Sappers as well. I think I'll take the Blood-curdling Raw. Universal card, I think it makes a 12 strength there. Could be wrong about that, but with your Priestess of Freya that come down as 1 to resurrect a card, you can use Blood-curdling Raw to turn that into an extra 11. Ooh, we got silver! Silver in our first 4. I think that's the first time that's happened in this entire pack opening. When you deploy it, if it is spying, set its base to 1. And when you deploy it, set the power of the unit to the right to that of the unit on the left. Okay, so you can move power from one unit to another, and if you want to do that on their side, then you have less of a downside because it goes to a 1. Interesting. I guess that works with putting it on a unit that can't really be touched if it has shield. I'm not sure if you can use it on something that's got gold on it though. Because gold is like hexproof in Magic terms.
Now for more.
And all bronzes. Combat Engineer, toggle a unit's resilience. I suppose it has some uses, but I think 2 of is just fine in any deck. And remove armor from 2 units. I think we'll take the Trapper, just because these 2 seem like they'd be good as a 2 of anyway. So, might as well get closer to the full collection of the Trapper. Second to last pack. Come on, let's get lucky. Well, we've got our third Harpy, so I can mess around with that archetype definitely now. And we do whiff on our golds there. We're not picking this one because we've already got 3. So we've got the Dalen Foot Soldiers. When this unit is revealed, play it and draw the top card from your deck. So in the reveal strategy, you want to reveal this card, and you get essentially no loss whatsoever from that because you get to draw an extra card. But there is also the War Longship. I don't know what I was just about to say there. Whenever you discard a unit, damage a random enemy by 2. We have been going towards this, and we don't have the reveal leader just yet, so War Longship it is. Alright. Oh, that was actually the final pack. Never mind. I was incorrect. So, that is Gwent pack openings. So, let's have a look at the card collection. Let's see how much I can mill. I imagine we've got quite a lot of 3-ofs there. 53 of those cards were spare, so we get an extra 540 milled from all of that, which is interesting. And we might have some cards that have alternative art that it's not taken into account either. But 715 scraps. Does that even allow me to get a leader, I wonder? I went to Nilfgaard leaders for like the reveal guy. I am very close to being able to craft him, actually. It only takes 800 to craft this guy, and he's good in Nilfgaard decks. Well, he's the leader, after all. So it's essentially you build an archetype around this guy. But if we go to like golds, for example, typical gold costs 800, so we're pretty much there at buying a gold. And most bronzes as well only cost like 80, so we can get about 10 bronzes, 1 gold, and I guess about 3 or 4 silvers. Yeah, it's 200 for most silver cards here. There are, of course, different rarities as well. You do have your epics later down the line, stuff like that. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the Gwent pack opening. So if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. It helps me out a great deal. Lets me know you're enjoying the pack openings. I might do a bit more in the future if the response is good for this video. So we'll have to see on that one. Be sure to stay tuned for some more Gwent videos in the future as well. I've got quite a few cards now, so I should be able to make some decent decks. I think the one that I'll be producing this week is kind of a budget deck though. So it's based off of the cards that I had when I started the game, plus a couple of kegs here and there to build it. But I do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that little bell icon as well, right next to the subscription button, and that'll give you notifications when the next Gwent videos go live. I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.